Again, you have boarded Continental Flight 781.
Why join a union if your voice doesn't count? For the IAM-represented Continental flight attendants, this idea is an anomaly. But according to a group of United flight attendants, this is the situation they find themselves in.
I was a council rep in Boston for a number of years. I've been to AFA meetings, I've been to MEC level meetings. I've seen how the organization works, and it works best at self-promotion and at self-interests of the people on the MEC level.
We have been ignored and in some ways betrayed for so many years by our own representative body in so many different ways. So it's very difficult to imagine that there might be a union that does take their membership's issues and tries to do the best that they can for them is a very difficult thing to try to understand.
And now, with the merger of United and Continental Airlines, the flight attendants have hope for new representation and a voice at the workplace.
The union is only as good as the resources it can provide. And the bigger the union, the more financial resources, the more the ability to have a strike fund and a pension fund, those things are just incomparable.
But for this to happen, flight attendants at both airlines need to know the facts before they cast their vote, regardless of which union they choose.
It's been a highly successful myth, because if you really look at CWA, AFA, they have approximately 2% of the population of that union are composed of flight attendants. It's the same with the IAM, which is that the flight attendants are approximately 2% of their total population. So you take two organizations and they have equally the same amount of representation with flight attendants involved, except one has a significantly better contract, better leverage, better negotiating ability, and the other not.
And how the IAM truly operates.
There's a real misconception that we're represented by people working under the airplane and they're going to the negotiating table and they're like, oh, well, I just got done working on this engine. Okay, so I guess we're now going to negotiate this flight attendant contract. I don't think they realize that it's flight attendants sitting at the negotiating table. It's flight attendants who are doing the surveys. It's people who have actually worked our job, who understand what the issues are.
So now, the only question that remains is, do these men and women want to be part of the IAM? For many flight attendants at both Continental and United Airlines, the answer is black and white, and found in the print of an IAM negotiated contract.
I don't see the IAM as a machinist union. I see it as a union for airline and aerospace workers.
It also says aerospace workers, and last I checked, aero means air.
I don't have any problem being called a machinist, a trucker, a logger, whatever you guys represent. You're there, you have the facilities, you have the funds, you have the backing, you have the power, and AFA does not have that.
While we've been here,